There's a little piece of me that sometimes comes out to be claustrophobic. And I didn't realize a couple points in my life where it cropped up, and it's a terrible thing. I normally don't think about it or worry about it, but I know once when I was first in college, I went with a couple of guys on a weekend jaunt in North Florida. We were just exploring around and rolling around in a big old truck, and we found some a big quarry, and it had some caves. We could see in this quarry wall partway down. So we climbed around down there and went in these caves, and got in one big room, and that led back to some other rooms, and we just kept going. And there was a big fissure in the floor, and I could see down, about a foot below the floor surface, down this crack, there was a pocket. I thought, well, maybe that's another room in there. So I climbed down in there, and when I got in there, it was just a little bubble, air bubble in the rock, I guess, because there was just room for me in there. Well, one of our friends that was along, that was about 6'4", and he decided to try to come in that pocket after me, and there just wasn't room. And he was pushing me further in as he was trying to climb in, and didn't want to fall down the crevice either. So he was hanging on too, and I got claustrophobic, and I started kicking and pushing and screaming, and I could not get out of there fast enough. And so that panic hit me, and it was terrible. And the only other time it happened to me is I got a chance to go down on a nuclear submarine, and it was tied in with the nature of what I was doing for a living at the time. But so it was parked tied up, and I jumped on the sub and went down this hatch and down a ladder and got down there and thought that was great. And we were about ready to leave and go out and go underwater for a while. And I looked around, and it was so squeezed in there, and there were so many people down there. You know how the Navy is. They put too many people on a boat every time. Golly, it just, you couldn't move down there. And I think I set a record getting back up that ladder and back out on the dock. And I said, sorry, I'm not taking the trip. Goodbye. And so that was, but the claustrophobia hit me. And it was a terrible panic.